Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She Blames Male Loneliness on Women. Let's get right into it.
There is no male loneliness epidemic. It is a loser epidemic. Men would rather be alone than to evolve and change, than to recognize, wait, maybe I had it wrong. Maybe there's something I need to change. If you can't get a woman because none of them want to be with you, maybe try and figure out why. Instead of making women the problem, saying that their standards are too high, maybe try and figure out why they don't want to be with you. What is it about you that maybe needs to change in order for a woman to want you? And they'll say, oh, there's no more good women left. Women are not like what they used to be. Women used to spend their days in the kitchen. Women only cared about taking care of the house and the kids. Oh yeah, and also women used to take our beatings. Women used to stay quiet. Women didn't complain. Women didn't think they could get better. Women didn't have confidence and self-worth and weren't able to speak up for themselves. And that suited you. That's the kind of person you wanted. If you love your mum's generation so much, cool, maybe marry one of her single friends. Women are not the problem. They have just woken up and realized they deserve better, that they don't actually need anything from these men, and they're only going to accept a man in their life if the man can make their life better. And if you cannot do that, you will not be chosen. If you can't level up and be the kind of man that women of this day and age want, you won't get to have a woman in this day and age. Your tricks are not working anymore. The internalized misogyny, the oppression, all of that, it's not working anymore. Women are waking up from it. Women are healing. Women are learning to love themselves and their own company. Women are learning to support and love each other and have communities and have friendships that are valuable and fulfilling. We now know that getting married and having children is a choice, that you don't have to do that, that is not what makes you successful or fulfilled in life. In fact, having kids when you haven't healed yourself and you don't know your own worth is actually the problem. It's why so many, if not all of us, have childhood traumas, have issues. What's happening right now is very normal. It's called evolution. It's happened many times before. When conditions change in the world, you either evolve to survive or you get left behind. This is evolution. Instead of complaining about it, evolve. There is no...
You know, it's so funny because everything she said right there was just complete nonsense. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, her premise is that women are reasonable for wanting more from men. That's fine, but here's the math, okay? Because you said men haven't figured this out. We haven't understood why women are not choosing them. We understood, we figured it out. 80% of women want 20% of men. The top 20%. The math is not mathing, baby. It just doesn't math. All of you guys can't have a top 20 guy. But because you woke up and just have higher standards now for everyone else but yourself, this is why men are lonely and women are lonely. And I know that she has the feminist philosophy of life because she just said that getting married and having children are not the measure of success. It's not a fulfilling life. What are you talking about? Science has already proved that 50% of women under the age 30 most likely won't have children, and 90% of them are going to regret it. Yeah, very few women are going to be happy with having a womb and not using it. Very few women. There's not that many women who passed up on an opportunity to have children that are just, oh my God, I'm so happy, I'm so fulfilled because I worked at a corporate job and I got a good office and I got a raise and a promotion. It's so funny because they think being a wife is slavery, being a mother is slavery, but working for the man, no, that's freedom. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. But she's not the only one. There's more women that think exactly like this. Let's listen to what she has to say. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
I know with the way society is right now, a lot of us women probably will not be mothers, will not get married, will not have the life they almost always dreamed of. But am I the only person that thinks there's actually some benefits to this? Women are more of a delicacy now instead of some fast food that men just want to eat and throw away. I think it's a beautiful thing. Watching the research and what everyone is saying, we are waking up. We are deciding that we want better. Our standards have risen. We have risen up economically. We would rather be alone and in peace versus entertaining some man who drains us of our life force and energy. I know a lot of us are gonna be lonely and single for a while, but excuse me, not lonely, but alone, but still at peace, still growing, still learning, still healing. We'd rather wait than settle. And as hard as it is to be the generation that's enforcing this, think about our future. Think about the women that are coming of age now. Think about 10, 20 years from now, the women that are going to be like, this is the norm. Yeah, we're single, we're happy, we're trying new things, we're becoming better people. We're not just waiting around for some man or being okay with being cheated on or being a baby mama. Like, no, we want it all. And the fact of the matter is that we deserve it all. There's no problem here, at least on our end. I mean, if there's not enough good men to go around, what are we gonna do? We're not the ones that said that male role models shouldn't be around. We're not the ones that decided to treat women like property and crap for years. We're the ones that decided to take healing into our own hands and do something about it. So I feel like this problem is really something men need to work on, because as hard as it is for them to be single and alone and horny in their little room wanting companionship, we're perfectly fine taking care of ourselves and waiting for men of our caliber. And the answer is no.
How long you gonna be waiting there, Jessie Lee Wong? Jessie Lee was actually, she did an interview with Kevin Samuels, and she was much younger back then. I think she was like almost 30, but now she's like 33. Yeah. And she's still waiting for this man that's going to be up to her standards. By the way, she's never had a man up to her standards by the age 33. Women, if you've never had a quality man by the age of 33, I'm going to just submit to you that you're never going to get a quality man. Because quality men don't come to older women. It's just generally not how it works that way. Listen, I feel bad for what women are going through. All right, I really do. I genuinely feel bad for y'all because you guys have been brainwashed. You've been lied to. Feminism is a lie. Even the women who wrote and narrated all these feminist articles, movies, they're coming out and said it was all a lie. And y'all still don't believe it. Y'all still believe the feminist lie. You don't believe people saying that, hey, we just did all this to sell you guys products and merchandise and to build the industry that didn't exist. Yeah, but women, they're still like Jessie Lee. Oh, we're waiting, we're healing. What are you healing from, Jessie? Oh, you're healing from the men you chose. You have self-inflicted trauma by choosing low-quality men. Now you want to raise your standard when you are a leftover woman. Please make it make sense. And still because you, and look, by the way, Jessie Lee Wong, she has a lot of she has a lot of visibility. She's not a woman that like no one can see. She's very visible. She has money supposedly. She's successful. She has fame. She has status. And she's still struggling. Men, what man you know can have success, fame, and status and still be struggling with women? And not be self-inflicted. Because we know as a man, if you have all these things I just mentioned, you're going to get women. It's just the way it works. You're going to get women. But for Jessie Lee Wong, she thinks, oh, having kids, we're going to be lonely. And, not lonely. We're going to be alone. And, but not like the men. The men are going to be horny. We're not going to be horny. Listen, I think women don't understand this. Let me explain this to y'all. The top men that you desire, they're constantly getting their shit wet. You feel me? They're not worried about smashing girls like you. Yeah, there are a lot of women who are feminists, but not all women are feminists. There's still women who are still young, who still haven't figured out that this is the wrong way to live life just yet. They haven't went down the wrong path just yet. So they're still excited, enthusiastic about life. You older women who are past the age of 30 are depressed, are pessimistic, and, you're nihilistic about life. You don't have a good outlook on life. And you think it's men's fault. Oh, men, you just need to improve. What more do you want men to improve? There's successful men that exist right now that don't want to be with you. But you guys keep complaining about losers, and you want losers to improve. You keep shaming losers. Why shame losers? Just talk about the men that you want. That is a different narrative than men. If an average man says, hey, I want an average girl, but the problem with the average girl, she wants too much. She wants a man that's above average. That's a reasonable argument, right? But you are complaining about men you don't want. How does that make sense? It makes no sense. But women keep trying this shit. It makes no sense. Anyway, here's your original video I based this title off of. This is the thumbnail, girl in the thumbnail. Check her out. She's attractive. But of course, when you think she's going to say something good about men, she puts her foot in her mouth. Let's listen to what she has to say.
So I just want to take a second to talk about this so-called male loneliness epidemic. I'm noticing that we as women, we started prioritizing our peace and decentering men for our betterment. But as we started doing that, men started saying they're lonely. And it's called an epidemic because more and more men are starting to say this. And it's not because we decentered men. Yes, when we started decentering men, it held up a mirror to them and showed them who they are and how they're acting and this and that. But truth is, you guys are losers. They're losers. They're undateable because they would rather change the people around them than change themselves. But true healing starts with taking accountability. You cannot heal unless you start taking accountability. And that's what we're seeing. Men are not partaking in their healing journey, and they are refusing to take accountability for how their life has turned out. So this is making them undateable. This is making us not want to be around them. So yes, they are going to be lonely. So I just want to take a second.
I don't think she understands this, and let me explain this, because women you just don't get it. You can't turn the average man into a high-value man just because you want to. You just can't. And you can't, and that's what they want to do. Before I even move on to that, women want to take majority of men and make them high-value men. Every man has a boat. Every man has a private jet. Every man can make his woman stay at home and she don't have to work. Every man can just give his girls gifts. That's what they want. They want the average man to be the extraordinary man. And extraordinary is relative. Theoretically, the average man is extraordinary because he has more resources and tools and abilities than kings of yesteryear. You know, cell phones, devices, the technology that we have gives us power and resources and abilities and privileges that humans have never had before, and women are still unhappy. But does it surprise you? The very first woman who had abundance, Eve, was in the Garden of Eden. God said you can eat freely of every tree. You can eat freely of every tree. It was abundance. Every and freely. Those are the abundance words. But she still was unhappy. She still had to submit to the devil when the devil said, you know, that tree that God said you can't eat from, yeah, he was lying to you. He just don't want you to be like him. Oh, yeah, he's jealous of you, girl. He's envious of you. And she believed it. She believed it. No different than our women right now believe a lie. And so women actually have to evolve, take accountability, and transcend from their nature. Realize that it's in their nature to go against God. It's in their nature. It's in their nature to go against their purpose. When you decenter men, you decenter your purpose. Women, you don't exist outside of men. I don't understand. I don't know if you get that, but you don't exist outside of men. Men, we existed outside of women. You know why? We existed first. Of course we exist outside of women. We came first. But your whole body is adapted for us. There really is no part of our body that's adapted for you guys. Think about it, right? We don't have a place in our body that's a void for you, waiting for you. But women do. You have a whole canal dedicated to a man's organ. I'm just saying. You have a whole womb dedicated to fostering a man's seed. You were literally designed. That period that makes you feel so special. I feel like a woman. I got my period finally. Guess what that's designed for? That's designed to tell a man that you're ready for reproduction. Your whole life is based off of men. You were named after a man. You're supposed to be our helpmeet. And so you're trying to decenter us. So when you do that, you decenter your own purpose. And this is why everybody is lonely, technically. But women don't get that. They need Jesus. They need the Lord. Anyway, here's a woman that said, here's a real truth of the female lonely epidemic, right? Now, that's the truth about it. So what she's trying to say is not really a male lonely epidemic. It's a female loneliness epidemic. Let's listen to what she has to say.
I'm so tired of hearing about the male loneliness epidemic, so let's talk about the female loneliness epidemic, because we're experiencing one too. The one where men treat you like you're some fantasy object, and the moment they realize you're an actual human being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions, they're gone. Or when they want you for your body but never have any intention of actually getting to know it or respecting it. Or when they want you for your emotional intelligence even though they have no intention of ever reciprocating it. Or when they want you for what you can do for them but they don't want you for who you are. That's loneliness. Crying yourself to sleep every night next to a partner who claims to love you even though his actions never follow his words, that's loneliness. Being too afraid to open yourself up to love and opening yourself up to men because we live in a world where SA, domestic violence, and femicide is so normalized, that's loneliness. The difference is that the male loneliness epidemic is self-inflicted and the female loneliness epidemic is self-preservation. I'm so tired of hearing.
She thought she could. Oh, it's self-preservation. Self-inflicted self-preservation. She thought she could. You are an average-looking girl. Look at this girl. She is average-looking. Ain't nobody fantasizing about you, girl. You look average. Every woman you find on corner looks better than you. So a man will get more pleasure stroking his own meat than hooking up with you. But women have such inflated egos. They think no one's fantasizing about your average ass. And this is what I'm talking about. These average ass girls swear there's somebody they're not. Please tell me what modeling agency has picked you up. Please tell me what model agency has signed you. Please tell me. You are basic. Respectfully, I just want to say this because someone has to tell the truth. You are basic, girl. You are a 5. You might be a 4. Guys in the comments, please rate this girl's face. What is this girl's face? Is this girl like, oh my gosh, she's so out of your league? The average guy would be blessed to have her next to him. Because in my mind, she thinks she's an 8, 9, or 10. People are fantasizing. Who fantasizes about average women? And she looks kind of chubby. So she's an average looking and she's chubby on top of that. What body you talking about? The rolls on your back? This is what I'm saying. Men, we have to deal with this nonsense. The inflated ego of average women. Now, me personally, I'm just saying me personally. I feel for average men, but I don't experience what average men experience. And I feel for them because I've realized to myself that all these girls have inflated egos and they want the top of the top. They want the best of the best. This is why I've done really well on dating apps. I've done really well on dating apps because it seems to me that women just are disgusted by the men that are actually a match for them. The actual match for them, women are disgusted by. All these average women shoot their shot at me, and I'm way out of their league. Right? And I was talking about just on looks. Now that I got status, I'm definitely way out. Now with looks and status, I'm way out of their league. But a girl like her would think that she deserves the top of the top guy because they're bad at math. All they think about is what they want. They swear they want to be in a relationship with someone that is fair just like they are, who thinks about what they want, thinks about what, and thinks about what's right and what's fair. But that's not how they are. Women want a lot more. I mean, they're hypergamous, right? They want more. They want above themselves. But here's a problem. When you're an average girl, the top guy's above you and the average guy's on your level, and you swear to yourself you don't deserve someone on your level. That's the issue. That's the issue. Here's another average girl calling men losers. Imagine that. Average women are calling men losers. You know who they're calling losers? They're calling average men losers. And theoretically, if an average man is a loser and you're an average woman, which is respectfully his match, guess who's a loser too? You. Anyway, let's listen to what she has to say and we will respond.
All right, ladies, so how are we tightening it up? How are we keeping our pussy tight from dealing with lame-ass niggas? From dealing with fucking losers? How? How are we doing it? What are we doing? Because no, we are not about to be attached to these loser-ass, jealous-ass, weird-ass niggas for the rest of our fucking lives, okay? We're not. I'm not, you're not. So let's figure it out. Let's figure out how to keep our pussies tight. Let's tighten it up. Okay? All these niggas are being fucking exposed too. All of them. Let's figure it out. Let's join together. Because this is not going to be for us at all. All right, ladies, so.
It's so funny. They demonize their own experience and they think they deserve better because they want more. Baby, you've been getting what you deserve this entire time. That's the part that ruins girls. They've been getting what they deserve at their entire time. She is average. She's a basic looking average girl. I respect that she has natural hair. I respect black women with natural hair. Shout out to her. I think the natural hair is fine. But in the face, you're just regular. You're not exceptional. No one will put you in a movie. No one will cast you for no modeling agency. No one wants you to walk their runway. I'm just telling you the honest truth. And that's okay. But you know what that means? The dudes that you think are losers are actually your match. And that is the problem. Women don't want men that they're match. This is your match. So how are you going to break the cycle of getting with men that you actually match with? I don't know. Because you can want a man that's more. You can want a high value man. But the question is, does he want you? Does a man with resources, ability to date women much more attractive than you are going to settle for you? That's what you're asking. That's a problem why you have to date at your level, because the men that you want don't want you. Again, I keep saying this. People think that, oh, you're 37 single, you shouldn't be talking either. Let me tell you something. I'll say it for the millionth time. I always date women I'm very attracted to. Attracted to in the face, attracted to in the body, and I like what they do. They have good jobs, right? They're gainfully employed. They're not employed below economic status that I dislike, right? They're not losers in that sense. But what makes some of these girls undesirable for me is that they have the feminist doctrine, the feminist philosophy. All the things, all the talking points you can think about that you say and other women say, they believe it all. Oh, reproductive rights and this and that. And to me, it makes no sense. What do you mean by reproductive right? You have the right to kill someone? That's your reproductive right? Who gave you that reproductive right? Did it come from God? Did God give you the reproductive right to kill an unborn child? Or did Satan did? Satan is these women's daddy. They have no idea that's their daddy. Because they just go along like sheep. Women are sheep. This is why y'all need men to lead y'all, because y'all are sheep. And if you're going to follow somebody, follow a man that's going to guide you down a rational, logical path. Don't follow other women that's going to lead you off a cliff. These women who are spouting this, feminist that, they're going to lead you off a cliff. It's the truth. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.